Get ready, scoopers, because the news cycle is absolutely exploding today, and you are not going to want to miss a single second of this. We're diving headfirst into the stories that are dominating the conversation. The digital streets are buzzing, and we've got the inside track on everything you need to know. Strap in, because this is Sheeran's Scoop, and we're kicking things off with a bang. First up, we have a monumental achievement in the world of cinema that's shattering records and redefining success. A certain iconic hero's latest outing has just crossed an incredible financial threshold, proving that some legends never fade and that a new era of dominance is here. We're talking about numbers that are making waves across the industry, and you'll want to hear exactly how this film is rewriting the rulebook. Then, we're shifting gears to the interconnected universe of superheroes, where a beloved character's presence has been officially confirmed, sparking massive fan speculation. Could we see a reunion? The whispers are loud, and the hints are tantalizing. Plus, we're getting the inside scoop on a creative decision that's causing a stir, as a key figure in this expanding universe reveals a scene they wish they could take back. It's a bold move that's got everyone talking about continuity and what it means for the future. And finally, we're unraveling a mystery surrounding a character who is not who we thought they were in this new cinematic landscape. The mastermind behind it all is explaining the surprising twist, pulling back the curtain on motivations and origins that will change how you see everything. This is huge. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to Sheeran's Scoop for all your essential updates, and ring that notification bell so you never miss a moment. Let's get into it. Superman soars past $600 million globally, dominating the 2025 box office. This film has officially joined the box office elite, crossing the $600 million worldwide milestone as of August 25, 2025. This makes it one of the year's most profitable blockbusters and signals a major win for DC's cinematic relaunch, outperforming recent Marvel releases and asserting a new power dynamic in the superhero genre. The international market, particularly Latin America and Europe, significantly contributed to this success, while domestically, the film has held strong against competition. Projections indicate it will surpass Mel Gibson's epic, becoming one of Warner Bros. Discovery's biggest post-pandemic hits, even running neck and neck with other major releases in the global marketplace. Newsweek highlighted this achievement, noting that for years the Marvel Cinematic Universe dominated, but this reboot proves a carefully crafted franchise can compete directly with Marvel's established juggernauts. This success is historic for the character, marking the first time a Superman movie has reached such a global financial height, with director James Gunn's vision of grounded storytelling and classic heroism resonating with audiences and critics alike. This solidifies a strong foundation for Gunn's broader DC Universe relaunch, with industry watchers anticipating follow-up projects and potential crossovers. The film's financial triumph and cultural impact confirm the Man of Steel's enduring appeal and establish Gunn's reboot as a major force in the cinematic landscape, proving that the Avengers-era dominance has finally met its match. But that's not all the DC Universe news making waves this week. Stay tuned as we dive into how a certain Blue Beetle might be making his way into the world of Peacemaker Season 2. Blue Beetle confirmed in the DCU. Will Jaime Reyes appear in Peacemaker Season 2? With Peacemaker Season 2 now streaming, James Gunn has officially confirmed Blue Beetle's place within the new DC universe, igniting fan speculation about a potential crossover with the John Cena-led series. In a recent interview, Gunn responded cryptically when asked about Jaime Reyes appearing on Peacemaker, stating, I won't say you're not in luck." This comment, coupled with previous statements, has fans convinced a connection is imminent. The Blue Beetle film, despite its box office performance, was well received by fans and established that Jaime Reyes isn't the first Blue Beetle. Ted Kord previously held the mantle before his mysterious disappearance, with a mid-credits scene hinting at his survival. This is particularly relevant as Peacemaker Season 2 is set to explore alternate realities through the quantum unfolding chamber, creating a perfect narrative bridge for either Ted Kord or Jaime Reyes. Gunn has previously linked the characters, noting that both Blue Beetle and Peacemaker emerged during a transitional period in the DCEU, making them easily adaptable to the new DCU with minimal retcons. He told Rotten Tomatoes that both characters slide very easily into the DCU and fit in very nicely. With Gunn keeping the final episodes of Peacemaker, Season 2 under wraps, the potential for a significant cameo or introduction is high. A crossover would offer a compelling thematic contrast between Peacemaker's cynicism and Blue Beetle's optimism, promising both humor and heart, especially with Eagly's potential interactions with the Scarab. While confirmation is pending, Gunn's hints suggest the Scarab's return to the screen is highly probable. With Superman, recently available digitally, and Supergirl on the horizon, the DCU is rapidly expanding. The Peacemaker Season 2 premiere, with its Justice League retcon, has already set a precedent for significant universe building. Speaking of changes within the DCU, James Gunn has also revealed a scene from the first season of Peacemaker that he wishes he could erase entirely. Discover the surprising reason behind this directorial regret. James Gunn wishes he could erase a specific Peacemaker scene from HBO Max. James Gunn, now overseeing the entire DC universe, has reflected on the transition from the old DCEU to his new vision, particularly concerning his series Peacemaker. Season 1 of Peacemaker, while carrying over the titular anti-hero Christopher Smith, John Cena, was initially set within the DCEU and contained references to its established heroes, including a controversial mention of Batman and Aquaman. The most significant DCEU tie-in was the season finale's cameo by members of Zack Snyder's Justice League, Aquaman, The Flash, Superman, and Wonder Woman, silhouetted and played by stand-ins. However, in the recap for Peacemaker Season 2, this cameo has been altered. The Justice League members have been replaced by the Justice Gang from Gunn's new Superman film, alongside Superman and Supergirl, also played by stand-ins. Hawkgirl and Guy Gardner now appear instead of The Flash and Aquaman, receiving close-ups and speaking lines. Gunn expressed a desire to further alter the original episode, comparing his wish to George Lucas's edits to Star Wars. "I wish I could Lucas the S** out of this, but I can't because it's too expensive," Gunn explained, noting that the Season 1 Blu-ray and DVD releases also prevent him from completely removing the original cameo. Gunn acknowledges that the build-up to the DCU can be confusing, as it's a reboot but not a total one, with previous projects like The Suicide Squad and Peacemaker, Season 1 having some canon elements but also inconsistencies. For Gunn, Creature Commandos, Superman, and Peacemaker, Season 2 are definitively canon to the new DCU. He believes that the average viewer, or normies, don't obsess over continuity details and are more interested in the spectacle, like Peacemaker and Superman team up or Aliens and Predator together, rather than perfect canon adherence. He feels that only superfans get hung up on precise continuity. Therefore, while a Peacemaker Season 1 special edition re-release with the new cameos is unlikely, the subtle shifts in Season 2 are designed to be accepted without major disruption to the show's narrative flow. But the universe building isn't just about continuity corrections. We're also uncovering why a key DCU character is not the villain everyone expected him to be. James Gunn clarifies Maxwell Lord's role in the new DCU, not the villain we anticipated. Since James Gunn took the helm of DC films, he has introduced significant changes to characters, navigating the transition from Zack Snyder's DCAU to his new DC universe. One character whose portrayal has particularly surprised fans is Maxwell Lord, played by Sean Gunn. Unlike his villainous turn in Wonder Woman 1984, played by Pedro Pascal, or his more recent comic book iterations, Lord's appearances in Superman and Peacemaker Season 2 have been surprisingly positive. In Superman, Lord Tech, his company, is mentioned as funding the Justice Gang, and Lord himself appears in Peacemaker Season 2, interviewing Peacemaker for potential induction into the Justice Gang. This stand-up behavior contrasts sharply with his established antagonistic roles. Gunn addressed this potential confusion on Threads, explaining that his version of Lord is inspired by the character's original conception by J.M. DeMatteis as a multi-layered character who was morally gray, rather than the muscular evildoer he became in later comics. Gunn admitted that the Infinite Crisis, retcon, which turned Lord into a villain who deliberately sabotaged his own Justice League, was not his favorite reimagining. In the Infinite Crisis, Storyline: Lord famously shot Ted Cord and was eventually killed by Wonder Woman. Gunn's Maxwell Lord, however, aligns more with his initial portrayal as a financially influential but morally complex figure, a stark departure from the villainous Maxwell Lord. This approach allows Lord to serve as a morally gray character, providing more depth and narrative potential as the Justice Gang potentially evolves into the Justice League within the DCU. Furthermore, this nuanced portrayal positions Lord as a fascinating foil to Lex Luthor, adding texture and dynamic possibilities to the DCU by featuring billionaires with different moral compasses. This choice ensures that characters within the universe are three-dimensional and engaging, promising a richer storytelling experience. Gunn's decision to lean into the character's original, more complex origins instead of his later villainous persona indicates a broader strategy to build a DCU with layered characters and intricate relationships, rather than relying on simplistic hero-villain dynamics. That wraps up our deep dives into the latest DC Universe developments. But before you go, we've got a lightning round recap of all today's top stories. And that's a wrap on today's explosive updates. We saw Superman's box office domination, confirmed Blue Beetle's DCU presence, James Gunn's desire to erase a Peacemaker scene, and Maxwell Lord's surprising role revealed. Don't miss out on any future scoops. Hit that like button, subscribe to Sheeran's Scoop for all your essential news, and ring that notification bell. Plus, follow us on all social media platforms for even more exclusive content. We'll see you next time.